Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Taro. Today is March 12th, 2023, 3:23 p.m. And it is officially daylight savings time, so I believe we lose an hour of sleep. So, which is okay because it's not gonna get dark as fast outside. Anyways, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it doesn't, then don't force it to be your story, right? Just don't do that. I pray to God and call upon Archangel Michael and any ancestors, angels, and spirits of the highest white light that love me unconditionally to continue to protect me and my family during this time. Please help us see things clearly and to help us remove the fog of illusion that has led us down a false path in the past. Amen. So, I want to talk about a couple of dreams that I had. Well, one of them in particular. So, let's see. Okay, so I'll talk about this one because this is the one that was like really in my head mostly today. So, in my dream, I was walking I was walking through a green forest, like one of those really green mossy forests that there's like just like green everywhere. The trees are covered with moss. There's grass, there's ferns, there's nothing but greens. Even when it was like one of those forests that even if the trees had been knocked down or falling down, there was like still life on the trees. Like nothing was barren, nothing was it was like there was not a spot of brown anywhere in the forest. Okay, it was just like so there was just so much life in this forest. It was green, 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 green everywhere. Even at one point there was like a huge tree that I guess at some point it had fallen over. It was like massive, but it was covered in like green everywhere still, like moss. But I'm gonna get to that tree in a second because it's actually in my dream. Oh great, I'm recording. 2:23 too. I was walking through a green forest and behind me was a black cat. My phone keeps going off. The black cat was following me, but so this is what I wrote down. As I'm reading it to you, I'm going to explain things, right? And the reason why I'm writing my dreams down again is because they've been collecting in my head to the point where it's like I gotta put them down. Like it's just like you know how when you're collecting water in a bucket, and if you don't dump the bucket out, the bucket will overfill. So it's kind of like that. So it's kind of like me emptying out my dream bucket, I guess. So the black cat was following me. I was guiding the black cat / leading the black cat because it couldn't find its way out of the forest. And I remember I would look back to make sure that the cat was following me. And like wherever I went, like if I went this path, before I took a direction, I would look back to see if the cat was following me to make sure that it was, like it's kind of like me signaling it, like I'm going this way. Are you following me? And then the cat would look up and then, it would start walking again. And I would take like another path in the forest and I would make sure I would look back and make sure that the cat was following me and, it was following me. So it's like I was leading it out of the forest. By the way, this dream, there's like two parts to this dream. But I don't know if I need to get into the second part. But if it comes up in the cards, then we'll do that. But aside from that, so yeah. Because it couldn't find its way out of the forest. There was a huge tree trunk. Like, I was gonna take this one path, right? And it was kind of like those tree trunks that it gets like smaller at one end and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I just kept walking towards, like, eventually it looked like a huge wall, but it was like a tree trunk in front of me. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh, I can climb this. But then I thought about the cat. And I was like, but the cat can't jump over this tree trunk. So let me just try to go around so if I can hop over a part, then most likely the cat can hop over the smaller part of the tree trunk, right? So there was a huge tree trunk I was able to climb, but decided to go around because the cat couldn't, right? I can see the end of the forest, which ended up being the top of a mountain. So me going through the forest And it was kind of like the cat and I were like symbiotic. Like, it was like the cat trusted me to lead the cat, and the cat, and then like I trusted the cat to follow me. You know, it was kind of like there was a lot of trust between our relationship, and it's like we didn't really have to talk, but it was really just like the cat trusted that I would lead it out of the forest, and I trusted the cat to heed my guidance in a sense, right? There's actually a meaning to that, but I'm gonna get to that after I finish the reading or the dream. Um, oh yeah, in the forest, like I didn't realize, but I was actually kind of like going. I've been having a lot of forest dreams lately, but it was kind of like that. And then like I guess the end of the forest was actually the top of a mountain. I can see the end of the forest, which ended up being the top of a mountain. So we were climbing a mountain slash. So we were like walking through a forest slash climbing a mountain at the same time. So it was like two in one, right? Just like me, the cat trusting me to guide him, and then me trusting the cat to heed my guidance, right? I can see the sun is rising and it's very bright. And now I am at the edge and I just have to jump. So by this time, I got to the edge of the forest, which is the top of the mountain, right? And as I'm at the top of the mountain, I can see like the sun is rising and it's very, very bright. Like my eyes, right? I'm like, oh my God, it's so bright and beautiful. And the sun is rising. And the only thing I have to do is jump. And as I look down, I can see more greenery. There's just tons and tons of greenery still, right? And I got to the edge and I'm like, I just have to jump. That's all I have to do. I just have to jump. And I felt very comfortable. Like I knew immediately what I had to do and I did it, right? Even though it looks very high, I jumped. I have a typo in my own handwriting. Even though it looks very high, I jumped, but I don't get hurt. It's kind of like I was floating down, but I was also like, anyways, I am able to steer my fall and bounce off of a tree and land at my feet like a cat. Like from a high distance, cats can land on their feet, right? It's like physics. It's literally if it's like it has the ability to flip itself over in midair and then just land on its feet. I turn back and ensure the cat that it can jump as well because by this point I had landed on the ground, but there's still green around me. Now I'm looking up above, and the cat is at this point. The cat is at the top of the mountain, and it's kind of like the cat's like, "What do I do now?" And I'm like, "Well, no, you can jump. It's okay. You can jump, right?" So I turn back and ensure the cat it can jump as well, and the cat lands in a tree, and I gesture to the cat that it can jump in my arms, and I will catch it. And it jumps out of the tree and into my arms. And that was the end of that part of that dream. So I was like, it's okay. When you jump, you're going to land in this tree. So the cat got to the tree. And the cat's like, okay, well, what do I do now? And I'm like, well, you can jump into my arms. It's fine. And I'll gently place you on the ground. It's not a problem at all. Right? So, and then I had put leads to the next dream. So, that the next dream is actually a very small part, but I'm not gonna get into that right now because I don't feel that it's gonna be relevant. It will be at some point, but not for this reading because I'm trying to not bombard you all with like all the dreams I have, and I'm telling you like the dreams I have. It's getting to the point where I have to write them down now. It's 3:20. It's 3:32 by the way. It's getting to the point where I have to write them down because they're just like accumulating, and like this is the only way for me to be able to kind of like, you know how in Harry Potter, I don't know if anybody watches Harry Potter, but in Harry Potter there's this thing called a pensieve, and a pensieve is essentially like it's like a pool of liquid where you can release memories and you can put them in the jar, and if you want to go back to those memories and look at them, you can just take the memory and put it in the jar, and then you can put the memory back in the jar. It's kind of like that, and it's a great way to kind of like let go of the burden of having so much information in your brain or trying to like remember all of it. Whereas this point, like if I forget of a dream or like if I think of something, I can remember a dream and oh, my book, I wrote it down. Anyways, so I feel like the message of the dream is really about your ancestors, your spiritual team. Your spiritual team it's like they trusted you with a task, a path, a project, um, an inheritance, right? They trusted you with this. But in order for them to trust you with this, you also needed to kind of like guide or show your spiritual team that you're able to handle this, you're able to guide them, right? Because you guiding them instills trust. Like, oh, okay, so, you know, my collective, they're guiding me to where they need to go, right? So I'm trusting them with this task at hand, which allows the collective to trust your which allows you, the collective, to trust your spiritual team even further, because it's kind of like the both of you are guiding each other and the both of you are leading each other, right? There's something that you're doing or that you have to do, um, whether it's a job or an inheritance. It's really an inheritance, like a spiritual inheritance. That's so crazy because my fiance and I, we started watching this new anime, and it's called Farmer in Another World, I think, something like that. And this guy basically gets a second chance at life, right? So it's kind of like you're being given a second chance at life, but up until now, up until the point you got to where you are, where you're literally about to get that second chance, or you're already walking in that second chance, before that's the point that you're at now, you had to like guide your ancestors so where you can like live in that gift, that job, that inheritance. It's kind of like something that your ancestors or your spiritual team, like, it was I don't know, it's like you're doing something for your spiritual team, but in order for that to happen, like, your spiritual team has to do something for you, but it's they both have to happen at the same time. It's like and in order for you to help your spiritual team, you have to trust that your spiritual team will listen to your guidance and will trust you that you will do what's needed to be done in the physical world, right? And spiritually, they will guide you while physically you do what needs to be done. All right, I don't know, that's the best way I can put it. Because if not, I'm just going to keep off going on like on a tangent, a circle tangent. Traveler, on the bottom, it says move in a new direction. Yeah, it's like, in order for you to have this inheritance or this second chance at life or this new life, you know what, too? It could have been the second chance is actually the second chance for your spiritual team, your ancestors, your guides, it's like you're doing something for them, but through you. Like, you're doing it, but it's something for them. But it's benefiting everyone, like you and your spiritual team. But in order for this to happen, you needed to move beyond like your old way of thinking, the old paradigm, like you needed to do things differently from society, from your friends, from your family, from the way you grew up, from the mindset that you were taught, what you were taught in school. Like, you needed to take a different, oh my gosh, look, move beyond ancestral patterns. And it says elder on the bottom, but it's in reverse. And then seer, see beyond the current situation in reverse. You needed to do this. Here's the thing. There's people around you that they don't want you to do things differently, and they don't want you to see things differently, okay? But meanwhile, it's kind of like your spiritual team, they know that you're supposed to do things differently. You're supposed to see things differently. Like, you're supposed to get this inheritance, this gift, this second chance at life. But in order for you to do that, what was it? Take a new direction, traveler? You needed to do that in your life, and that's what you've been doing. But this energy, whoever these people are, whatever this thing is, it's like it did not want you to trust in your spiritual guides, because that would ensure that your spiritual guides would trust you and being able to take a new direction in life, to have this second chance at life, right? To do the job that you needed to do, to focus on the task at hand, to live in your purpose, to get this inheritance. It's like, in order for these people, this energy, It wanted you to stay stuck and do the same thing as their dad did, and as their dad did, or as their mom did, and then their mom did. Like, my mom did this, so I'm doing this, and my grandmother did this, and my mom did this, and I'm gonna do this, right? But how has that benefited anyone in your family or in your life? Or even with bosses, like, well, my boss before me did this, so I'm gonna be doing this. And it's just like a really toxic work environment. Like, you gotta shake it up, right? So here you are shaking things up, taking a new direction in life, which is allowing you to like literally take, like, you literally, like, in my dream, the sun was rising and I jumped. I knew all I had to do was just jump. And that's you. You jumped. You're taking leaps of faith. Hi, my baby. Hold on. Oh yeah, so yeah, she just jacked my water, but it's okay. So yeah, here you are taking a leap of faith. And also, you know, it's funny because what I just heard in my head was, they didn't want you to know what to do when you got to the edge of the forest, right? Because when I got to the edge of the forest, which is actually, it was 2 in 1. It was the end of the forest, me trying to find my way through the forest, me leading my ancestors through the way of the forest to let them know, like, I know the way to go, but you have to guide me and like watch my back at the same time, right? And trust that I will get us through the forest. And it was like, once I got to the end of the forest, which was actually, it turned out to be the top of a mountain, the sun was rising. And as soon as I got there, I'm like, I have to jump. And that's what this energy did not want you to it's like they didn't want you to know what to do when you got to a certain point. I'm now remembering, all right, everything's coming fast. I'm remembering a reading that I did where it was like, somebody wanted you to feel overwhelmed by your dreams and then make you feel like you can never achieve your dreams, right? And make you feel like, oh, well, you know, having a family is just so out of reach, or I don't deserve a family, or I don't deserve this promotion, or like something like, you know how like those characters in TVs and movies are just like, oh, that could never happen to me. Like, I was watching Trolls, all right, and I'm talking really fast, I know, because I'm trying to get it all out at once. I'm excited. I was watching Trolls, right, and this one girl, she was like the scullery maid in Trolls, the first movie, and she was like, a life like that could never happen to me. I'm just nothing but a scullery maid. And then all the trolls around, they're like, no, you could do it. Yeah, right. Like, like your spiritual team are like, you can do it. Yeah. But like, and by the way, in the Bergen town, it's like nothing but miserable people. So you could literally be around miserable people and making you feel like your goals and your dreams are just like foolish too. That's another thing too. I feel like at some point in your life, you felt like your dreams and your goals were foolish. Like, it's only something that you see on TV. Like, you know, the white picket fence, the family, the house, the family dinner meals and all that stuff. Like, you probably just thought that, you know, that only happens to like certain people. Like, that could never happen to you, right? That was what the energy wanted you to feel. Like, those simple dreams, simple, right? That's just like a very innocent dream and goal, right? That for some reason that could never be, that was like out of reach for you. That's like unattainable for you, right? But the energy wanted you to feel like that was very overwhelming. That's something that you could never attain because, you know, little old me, right? But now here you are, you've taken a different path in life. You're leading, you're guiding, you're trusting, you're letting yourself be leaded and guided by the divine, your spiritual team. And now you're at the top of the mountain and you know what to do, which is jump. That's all you have to do, jump. And this is what the energy, they're like afraid of it because, first of all, they were making sure that you would never take this new path. And then you did it. And now they're making sure that you don't know what to do. And now you do, right? And now they're sitting back and waiting. Well, are they going to do it? Just like that. Are they going to jump? Are they going to do it? Oh my God. They're right there. Are they going to do it? And in my dream, I'm just like, oh, I just got to jump. Okay. And I just jumped. Like, no hesitations, no doubts. Nothing. It was just like, oh, I gotta do this, and then, you know, I could be happy. Great, I'll do it. Right? Something very simple and innocent and very like, it was just pure. It's just pure. And they don't want you to see this. These are people, I feel like these are people that are older than you because they're stuck with the way, you know, the way it grew up, and then the parents, the way they're, like, my mom did what her mom did, what her mom did, what her mom did. My dad did what his dad did, what his dad did, what his dad did. And then here you are, well, I'm going to do what I want to do. What? Right? Doubt does not compute. So they're like short-circuiting and all that stuff. It's so funny. Yeah, they didn't want you to see that you like. I feel like because what happened to them, their vision got blocked, and then they ended up staying stuck and stagnant because they felt like they didn't have any other choice. So when you were like, no, I have a choice. I have another choice. They're just like, what? It's not fair. We had to stay stuck. We couldn't follow our dreams. Why not? Well, because our parents or our because we were told. Oh, I was told the same thing, but I still want to do what I want to do. You know. Jeez. Shield mating, make plans and focus. Yeah. So you're just focused on the task at hand. You're just focused on getting through that forest. When you get to the top of the mountain, it's like everything inside of you is telling you to jump. Okay, jump. Boom. Like you're not letting anything. And not only that, but you're also like I feel like by you jumping, it's allowing your ancestors to be like, "Oh, we can let go now. We can let this go. We can jump now." And you're like, "Yeah, just, go ahead, jump. I got you." And you're like, "Okay, so we jump. Now what do we do?" And I'm just like, "Well, you can jump in my arms. I'll catch you and then you'll land safely on the ground." And the cat was kind of like, are you sure? Like, it wasn't talking to me, but it was all like telepathy. And the cat was like, I can jump in your arms. I'm gonna be okay. You're gonna catch me. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna catch you. Don't worry. And it's like the path that you're taking in your life, the new direction. In a way, it's like you're catching and you're saving your ancestors because they felt like nobody has caught them. Nobody has catch them. It's kind of like something I said in my readings one long ago. It's kind of like just because you grow up with a parent in the same household doesn't mean that it's like as if their presence was as if they were never there, right? It's just kind of like how they grew up. Like they never felt protected by their ancestors, their caregivers, their parents, their siblings. They never felt protected, right? And even though they could have grown up in the same household, they could have, job or whatever. Even though they were in the same household, it's like their presence made no difference, which is very very sad. And here I'm just like, oh yeah, you can jump. Are you sure? You're gonna catch me? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, all right, yeah. And then the cat jumped, and it was just like a freeing feeling. Like it was freeing. It's like your ancestors, they're like they've been waiting to be like set free in a sense from bounds. They've been bound by a certain path. They've been bound by patterns. They've been bound by a cycle, and you taking a new path is freeing them. And because you're freeing them, they're giving you everything. They're giving you everything. All they've been waiting for someone to free them from a cycle, whether it's the way they're they the way their lineage has been raising their children, the way their lineage thinks about life, the way they get into relationships, the way they think about money, the way they think about life, the way they think about the world. It was a cycle, and you did not. You were different. You took another path. You took the path of life. Literally, the forest all around was like nothing but like green everywhere. You took the path that gave your ancestors life. That's all they've been waiting for. And because you set them free in a sense, or you're doing that right now, or this is going to happen for you, they're like, wow, we can let go now. It's like you're gifting your ancestors, and then because you gifted your ancestors by breaking those bonds, freeing yourself from those chains, taking a new path. It's like they were behind you the entire time. They just needed somebody to jump, and that was you, because when you jumped, they were able to jump. And whoo, boy, oh boy. And now that they're free, they can just, I don't know, there's something about a burden too. It's like they can let go of that burden that they were holding on to, but they're about to, it's like you taking a new path was a gift to your ancestors because it allows them to let go. Oh, it was the burden of watching a cycle continue. Because to them, having your ancestors watch over you, sometimes it's a burden for the ancestors, especially if they see their lineage doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over again, right? Living a toxic life over and over again. It's a burden, right? Because they have no rest. They can't just be, at peace watching and happy and, eating their popcorn. No, it's a burden to them. When you took that jump, it freed them. They were also able to let go, and now they're gifting you with a gift. It's like a spiritual inheritance. What is this one? Oh my God, this card came out again. Seer in reverse. See beyond the current situation. You're fighting. You're fighting for your own path. It's like you're digging your own, like you're making your own path through the forest. And they're very, very irritated because they felt like they had to stay stuck. Because I feel like this person, they only stayed stuck because they wanted to be accepted. Let me tell you, whoever this person is, it could be a feminine, because this is a feminine in the picture. It could be a karmic feminine. It's like she chose not to better herself just because, her mom did this and her sisters did this and her aunts did this, or the women in her family did this. If it's something like that, it's just like she didn't go to school because the women in her family didn't go to school. And now that you're going to school, she's mad because you're going to school. And she doesn't want you to go to school because she doesn't want you to get smart. She doesn't want you to be successful. She doesn't want you to, make headway. She doesn't want you to find freedom, right? Whatever path she chose was the same path as her mom, and then her mom before that, and then her grandmother before that, and then her great-great-grandmother before that. And, like, she chose to be this way because she thought that this would be, like, accepted, or, like, she was supposed to be this way. I'm missing something. It's, she chose this because of what? Because she thought this was supposed to be the way. She literally thought that this was supposed to be the way. Like, but it's like she kept ignoring, that's another thing too. I have a dream that I had about somebody ignoring the calling. And I called them a coward of the calling. So it's kind of like if this person had a calling, which was to forge a new path in their life, they never took it. They never did that. And then you could also be now a divine feminine. So you are the divine feminine, and there's a karmic feminine. This karmic feminine doesn't want you to see that you forging you taking this new path in life, like you fighting for your rights, your freedom, for the life that you want. You're fighting for the life that you want. She doesn't want you to, it's like she never wanted you to see that all you had to do was jump. All you had to do was keep going. She never wanted you to see that. And it's like one day you're just like, oh, all I have to do is just keep going. All right, I'll just do that. I don't know. This karmic feminine, it's like she's mad. Like she's the one that actively chose not to. That's another thing too. I feel like that's what it is. She felt like it wasn't okay for her to fight for her path. Like she didn't feel like she had to because this was it. But meanwhile, you're like, this is not what I want. This is not the life I want. What do you mean you don't want to be a scullery maid? You have a house, you have a room in the castle. You have a job. You have clothes. You have a bed. You have it all ready for you. What do you mean you want more? Well, I don't want to just wash dishes for the rest of my life. I want more. And she's like, how dare you? My mom did wash the dishes, and I washed the dishes, and my sisters and my great-grandmother, this job was handed down to us. Yeah, but I can do stuff now. Like I'm literally filling out an application to this job down the street that I can apply to. Like I don't have to wash dishes if I don't want to. Yeah, but everybody in our family has been washing dishes for the rest of their lives. Yeah, but I don't want to. I don't have to. There's no law that says I have to. Yeah, but you should because we did. Okay, bye. Like that's it. Like, okay, I'm gonna jump. Bye. And which is crazy. Look, toil and labor in reverse. Toil and labor in reverse. Whatever they want you to, it's like you don't have to struggle for your life. Like, why would I don't have to struggle. If all I have to do to get the life I want is to keep going, I'm gonna do that. Like the life that I want to live, it doesn't have to be stressful and hard. It's like um being exhausted 24/7 and like the grind and the hustle, right? And working two jobs and being overworked. It's like it was glamorized by these people because that's how it was. Working yourself to the bone was glamorized, right? It was like respected. And here you are, you're just like, well, I don't want to hustle until I die. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to enjoy my days. I don't want to be stressed out all the time. I don't want to do that. And they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't want to be stressed out? You should glamorize the hustle because the hustle, that's how you get your money. You're like, okay, but there's got to be another way. It's like what Scullery made. Like, you already have a job and a home. You have stability. It's all set for you. Yeah, but that's not what I want. I don't want to be miserable at a job that I hate for money that I can't even use for me. Like, why? I don't want to have to, like, whoever, this person is younger than these people too. You could be younger, divine feminine that's younger than these other people. It's like they glamorize the hustle, the grind, the 24/7, always working. Oh, I'm so tired. It's like that's been glamorized. Like that's nothing to be proud of, being so tired from working due to capitalism that you don't even have time to enjoy the money that you make, that you just have to put it in bills and on top of that you're still living paycheck to paycheck. Like, how is that like the life? That's not the life. And you know that. Look, mature woman in reverse. This is the woman that doesn't want you to see. It's like this woman is like, she made the hustle like, it's like, yeah, this is, everybody should be tired from working. If you're not tired, you're not working hard enough. Well, I don't want to be tired from working too hard. If I'm going to be tired, it's because I worked just enough and then I want to rest. Like, I don't want to work past, But this woman, she doesn't want you to see that. And to her, because you want to take a leap of faith and jump, you're not doing it right. Which is crazy because she can't see it's like, she can't see. First of all, she's a seer in reverse, so she really can't see. But on top of her not being able to see, she can't see the bigger picture at hand, which is the way that you're living your life, not glamorizing the grind, the hustle, the 24/7 lifestyle, not glamorizing that and trying to forge a new way in life. That's also freeing your ancestors, because your ancestors, back then, they had to work 24/7 just to get a couple dimes, just to get like $1 a week, right? And you're just like, I don't want to be exhausted like that. And she's mad. Whoever this woman is, she's a false person. She's fake. It's like, if you're not tired, you're not working hard enough. If you don't have money, you're not working hard enough. If you don't have this, that, and the third, you're not working hard enough. Despair. It's like, I feel like this person is like, first of all, this is the kind of person that they just fake it till they make it. First, they can't see. So they don't have any connection to their intuition, to the divine. They're very immature. They're stagnant. They're stuck. She's a false person, but she's trying to branch herself off as somebody who is like, this is fine. Like, this is somebody who really is okay with glamorizing the grind. Like, they're really okay with glamorizing the grind. But she can't see that this is not okay. This is not the way of life. Like, there's more to life than just going to a job, working 12 hours a day, coming home, sleeping for 6 hours, wake up and doing the same thing every day. There's more to life than that. And you know that. You know that this is not the life you want. She's like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't want to glamorize the grind? It's so funny because years ago I used to see posts like that all the time about how people would be like, oh, I'm so tired. And people would be like, oh, I know. And it's like they would always try to one-up each other. Like, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, me too. I just had to work 8-hour shift. Oh, me too. I just had to work a 12-hour shift. Oh, me too. I just had to work a double. Oh, but do you have kids? Because I'm just so tired to have kids. It's like everybody's trying to one up each other on who's grinding the hardest. Like, who's more miserable? Who's more tired? And here you are, you're just like, oh, I'm not tired. I'm okay. Like, my life is like, I'm not miserable. And she's like mad. She's like, what? You're not miserable? You're not tired? You're not angry? What? What do you mean? You're not glamorizing the grind. Like, oh, no, I'm not. Your friend is a karmic. So this could be a friend of yours. Yeah, that's sad. Whoever this person is, it's like, it's so funny because I talked about this one time where I had a friend who called me up and I was just like home watching movies, right? And it was a nice day, but I just wanted to stay home and watch movies, right? Because I didn't have anything else to do. And I was just hanging out with my kid and whatever. And she was just like, you don't want to do anything outside? It's so nice. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine where I'm at. Like, I'm just relaxing. And she was like, oh my God, you're such a bum. You're so lazy. You never want to do anything. I'm just like, okay, well, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And like, that really bothered her. So it's kind of like this person, like, they get bothered when other people around them are able to relax and sit still and just kind of like do whatever they want to do. It's like, whoever this woman is, first of all, this is a friend of yours who is a karmic. She's false as hell. And it's like, all she cares about is the grind because of the money. It's got to be because of the money. Either that or she just loves being like, I don't know. Cover your mirrors. Because she's trying to find a way in, is what I heard. She's trying to find a way in. And then we have, we have the letter D. Could be something with first, last, middle, initial, the name of a word or a place. But she wants to put an end to your peace. So she wants to put a DEATH to your peace. Because you got to think about it. This is somebody who glamorizes the grind. They have to be tired. They have to be miserable. It's like, that's what they know. It's like they feel comfortable that way. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. They really look down on people who are just like, oh, I'm just going to hang out today. I'm not going to do anything. What? You're going to relax? You're not out there working a third job, a fourth job, a fifth job. You're not working yourself to the bone. Walking away now hurts, but it will be for the better in the long run. Trust the divine. You're being called to walk away from this person. If you haven't yet, if you have, then, you know, it doesn't resonate. But if you're still around this person, you're being called to walk away from them. Because at this point, they're just going to keep pulling you down and bullying you because you're not stressing out over them. Or over life. You're just not. This could be somebody in your family too, but your friend is a karmic came out. So we have the letter D and then we have the letter T. I just heard, anyways. So yeah, so this could be the name of a word or a place. Okay, so now I'm getting another thing. So the first thing I got was a store, and now I'm getting don't touch. So this person is being told don't touch. Like, as in, don't touch my collective. Don't touch my collective. Leave my collective alone. Don't bother her. Don't call her. Don't text her. Don't touch her. Don't. Proverbs 27:19, as in water face reveals face, so a man's heart reveals the man. Who you really are is showing, and what's inside this person's heart, this karmic friend of yours, what's inside their heart is really showing them who they really are, which is a false person, which is a very jealous person. They don't even know what they're doing. They can't see. They have no intuition. They're not tapped in. I feel like eventually this despair card is going to start churning over time. It's like they glamorize it so well. It's like, this is somebody who you could literally see them getting tortured by life in front of you, and they're just like, yeah, this is how life is supposed to be. No, what? Your life isn't supposed to be about like getting tortured all the time and being miserable and happy and or unhappy. Like what? It's like they genuinely think that unless you're living the grind, you're not happy. So this person could think that you're miserable because you're just watching movies all day. But like what? Which that's so funny to me. Also, this person could be telling people, they could tell people, oh, the collective, they don't do anything. They're just so miserable. They're depressed. All they do is whatever, you know, it's just because you're not, like I said, this person is just like, if you're not always doing something, you gotta be depressed. Like this person doesn't even know how to relax. And then they have the goals to be like, you're depressed because you're not doing anything. With like, what? I'm just relaxing. There's no such thing as relaxing. You have to do something. We got a Pizamiza. This person's nosy. They want to know what you're doing. But it's weird because it's like they feel entitled to like your peace. It's like they glamorize the grind, but then when they see you relax and they're just like, that's not fair. I should be relaxing because I work all the time. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're glamorizing the grind, but at the same time, you feel like you deserve to rest, but you're not taking the time to rest and relax. That's why a seer is also in reverse. It's because it's like they want things in their life, but they're not like wise enough to see that it's them that's causing them to not have those things. So when they see you resting and relaxing from your one job, they get really, really mad. They get nosy. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you're just watching movies? Oh, that's great. Or, you know, that's not fair or whatever. Like, you know, I'm just so tired. I should be relaxing. I wish I... Also, that's what they do. So, like, if they'll call you and you're like, oh, I'm just hanging out. You know, I just got off of work, so I'm just hanging out. Oh, I wish I could hang out, but I got to go to my third job. Like, okay. Okay. We have the letter K. So we have... Ooh... DTK, don't touch, don't KILL. This person is weird. They're really trying to put an ending to your peace. What is this? This person could have put an end to their pet out of anger. KILL, the dog. They could have, yeah. I feel like whoever this person is, it's like, they could have KILL'd their dog. But it wasn't like I think it was like out of anger. It's like they just kicked their dog out of anger, and that one kick was just like they put a lot of force in that one kick. Or they threw something at their dog and there was a lot of force, or it was like a sharp object or something. But something happened to their dog. And it was really because they lashed out. And their dog happened to be right there. So it was kind of like as if they wanted to kick a chair or something. Like they kicked it with force, but it happened to be their dog. And their dog passed away. It was because they lashed out. Because they see you being at peace. And it's like, because they glamorize the grind, but at the same time they feel like it's not fair that they deserve to be at peace. This person, they do it to themselves. And then they get mad at the world. This is somebody who blames the world for everything wrong in their life. You need to stop being this person's friend. Because this person, they're trying to, it's like, how is it that your own friend is they want to put an end to your peace? And on top of that, they're lashing out behind, they're lashing out behind the scenes. So the divine is telling you, walk away. Walking away now hurts, but it will be for the better in the long run. Trust the divine. This person, they want you to not be able to see that all you have to do is just jump. Because they can't jump. this person doesn't know that you have a bigger purpose than just glamorized grind. Like, you're over here freeing your ancestors, and they're just like, oh, they're lazy. But the work that you're doing, this person can never comprehend. Oh, that's right. All right. Okay, I got some time. Oh, also, this person has a lot of dark thoughts, and it's kind of like taking a toll on their dog. That's all. That's all I got. Ooh, that kept flipping. Playful. Look at you, playful. Yeah, this person doesn't want you to be in this playful, happy, peaceful energy. They don't like this. They don't like that. They don't see that you're like in a spiritual war. They don't see that you're actually doing work, because this is something that cannot be seen. Right? So, but physically, you could just be like relaxing, right? But, and just having a good time in life and enjoying life. We got the number 44, 8. It's like you're just listening to everything, and you're connected to everything, and you're listening to everything, right? You're connected to the divine, and you're listening to the divine. Also, yeah, cover your mirrors, because this person, they really want to put an end to this freeing, playful life that you're in right now. What the heck? High Priestess of Spirit, High Priestess of Air. This is you. Hold on. Oh, because that's why. Alright. So hopefully that'll help. Yeah, that's better. Okay. We have High Priestess of Spirit, High Priestess of Air. And then look, we have High Priestess of Air is 6. High Priestess of Air, or Spirit is 7. And then Playful is 44 but 8. Right? So we have 6, 7, and 8. So you just let yourself go, and like you let yourself go from the mindset of glamorizing the grind. You let go from that, right? You forged your own path. You decided to just like be free and let go. And when you did that, you became the High Priestess of Spirit, which is you being more connected to the divine and understanding your bigger purpose, right? The bigger picture. And because you're able to do that, you're able to be in this freeing, playful, fun energy, because you're at work, but you're not at work, right? Like, you're here, but you're not here. Physically, you're here, but that's it. That's all that's here. Your physical self. Anyways, I felt like that, right? Oh boy, yeah. They're being told not to get near you. Not to touch you, text you, call you, and you also have to do your part into staying away from this person, because they're just gonna make it seem like this person will never understand your purpose in life, because they are a seer in reverse. They can't see. They're not connected. They don't have intuition. They don't have faith. They just nosy. They want to see what everyone else is doing. They want to know what you're doing. They're a karmic on top of that. And on top of that, they feel entitled to your peace, but it's because they can't see the work that you're doing. They don't think it's fair that you're relaxing, but you could have been working since, like, I don't know how long, but your job is a spiritual job, right? What the heck? Fragment and reverse. This person thinks that because you're not glamorizing the grind, or you're not always doing something, you've got to be depressed, you've got to be sad, you've got to be, something is wrong with you. But you're actually very well put together. You're very sane, you're very coherent, you're sound of mind, you're very stable, you're happy, you're not all over the place, right? Like, I don't understand. My phone keeps going off. Alright, I think I'm going to pull some tarot now, because I'm already at like 50 minutes, about to be. is that song? Stuck in the barnyard, PU. You know, it's funny because in one of my readings recently, I talked about something came up about a barnyard. Somebody was in a barnyard or doing things in a barnyard with like chicken feed or chickens. Like they were in a barnyard doing things with like a chickens or chicken feed, or hiring somebody to do things in a barnyard with chickens or chicken feed. And then the song in my head came up. It was like, stuck in a barnyard, PU. Stuck in a barnyard, PU. Dun 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 dun. Not you. What is that? Stuck in a barnyard, PU. Somebody stole them. Not you. Stuck in a barnyard, PU. Somebody stole them. Not you. Whatever's going on, first of all, you're on a different entire path. Your path is completely different from this person. This person is stuck in like some really messy, stinky, nasty stuff. Stuck in a barnyard, PU. So if they've been doing magic, they're stuck in that magic that they were trying to do to you. So they were trying to put an end to your peace with magic, and now they're stuck in that magic. They have no peace. Stuck in a barnyard. PU. Not you. So this person was pointing the finger at you for something, and it turned out to be not you. Because it was not true. PU. Somebody stole them. Not you. So if they were pointing the finger at you saying that you stole something, it turned out to be not true because it was not you. Somebody stole them. Not you. What was that? The Nine of Cups reverse. This person, they're really going through it right now. So they're watching you because they're going through it. They were trying to get you stuck in a barnyard. And by barnyard, I mean they were trying to get you stuck with magic that they were doing. By putting an end to your peace, your happiness. Don't tell me that shit came out again. It did. The Nine of Cups reverse. The Divine was like, no, that's the right card. But this person doesn't want people to know because look, despair is in reverse, right? And didn't I tell you that over time, this despair card will start turning over like that? So it must have just happened because look now they're in a Nine of Cups reverse. But they were really trying to tell people that everything is okay, everything is fine, my life is good, I don't need nobody, I love life, and la 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 la, right? But then you have the Nine of Cups reverse on top. So they were really faking it, trying to make it seem that they're happy in life, that everything is golden, that, you know, glamorizing the grind, that's how it should be. But meanwhile, they've been nosy and trying to watch you and trying to stop you and trying to mess up your peace, and they feel entitled to your peace. Like, it's not fair because I have this job, I do this, and that. So it's not fair, I deserve to rest. But they're not doing anything to help themselves rest. So people are really seeing that whatever they were saying about you was not true. That they're the ones that are actually stuck in the barnyard. That they're actually a false person. Nine of Cups reverse. People are really seeing like, wow, this karmic woman is really miserable with her life. Wow, her life is really shitty. And then they see you, wow, the collective, they're just having a great day all the time. They're just, I don't know, living life. Like, you could just be, you know, oh, I just got a donut today. It's so amazing. I love it. Right? And then meanwhile, this person's just like, another boring day, another miserable day. My life is this and blah, blah. And then they're just like, In the community, they're just like, well, wasn't this person saying that that's how the collective is about their life? But now that you've separated yourself from this person, if you haven't already, you're being guided to do so. Because once you separate from this person and create a divide, people are going to see the picture for what it really is. For those of you who have walked away from this person, as you were guided to do so by the divine, people are actually seeing, wow, this karmic friend is miserable. And then the collective, their life is great. This person, they could have gifted you, if you guys were friends, they could have gifted you a mirror and like, oh, I know you need a mirror, so here you go, right? But meanwhile, that was the same mirror that they were using to try and kill your peace every single day, trying to project onto you negativity every single day. You know, I had a friend that years ago, who gifted me a mirror. So it's funny. Just be careful with what people give you. Because I'm not saying be cautious of all the gifts that people get, because some gifts are actually truly genuine and kind and of the heart. But some people will give you things like, oh, I felt like you needed this, and you could have never even like thought about it, and it was actually just a tool for them to use. But how else are they gonna put a tool that benefits them around you? Hold on. All right, I'm back. My fiance, my daughter, you know, they're so funny. All right, let me pull a couple more cards and then I'm gonna close it. So like, you know, it's funny. How are you in the Nine of Cups reverse? When your main energy is just like in this constant playful, happy energy. And also there's a cat on this, a kitten, right? You're which is funny because in my dream I was guiding a cat, like a mature cat. Like this cat was like old. Like I felt like the cat was like ancient in a way. Not just by age, but like I just felt like the cat was like, it's been around the block for a long time. Like it was just wandering the forest for like ever. And then I just popped up out of nowhere and I was like, oh, you can follow me. I'll just guide you to the forest, not a problem. The cat was like, are you sure? I've been here for a while. Right? But so you're also like with this playful energy, you're just very youthful. Your energy could be coming back. You just have a lot more energy, a lot better outlook on life, happier. Kittens, kids, toddlers, they're like always happy, always energetic. They don't really care about, like, you say no, they'll just do it anyways, right? They're just always happy, energetic. So you're just like in this very energetic, youthful energy. That's your rightful energy. Because how else, like, you can't manifest if you're bogged down and miserable like this karmic friend of yours. Right? That's one of the ways you manifest, when you're always energetic and happy and playful and just loving life. All right, let me get two more and then I'm going to call it. Oh, like a wad just wanted to come out. Oh, two cards came out, yeah. We have the Eight of Wands reverse and the King of Cups. It's kind of like on the fence. So this is another energy. This is just like a separate energy. So you have a karmic friend that is just like miserable in life, whatever. But then you also have like a masculine that's like hovering around your energy field. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio masculine. It's kind of, he doesn't know whether or not, like, how to approach you. This is somebody separate that's trying to approach you. This is a masculine. This is not a good guy. Like, I feel like whoever this masculine is, he's like having trouble how to be a good person, but he's still like a shitty person. And he's trying to find a way how to contact you or message you, but it's like just not. It's like he's being blocked, or you have him blocked, or like divine just won't let him contact you or message you or get into, I don't know, around you. That's like a whole, that's just separate. That's so funny to me because I'm about to close this energy out, or this reading out, and I'm not even gonna like divulge that. So it's funny because it's kind of like you notice who this person is and you're just like, all right, that's it, bye. And that's literally how this reading is going. Like, I'm literally about to close this reading. So that's just like, this is somebody who just wants to be seen. You're just like, oh, hey, don't forget I'm still around. And you're just like, no, you're not. Like, I'm not going to respond to your messages or like, I don't know. This is somebody who they want to be nice, but they're just still a narcissist. So anyways, that's the reading. So you got a karmic friend, feminine that is a fake ass person. And then just like a random, this could be like a random ex that's just like trying to like hover around. But they can't get in your energy field. So that's just funny to me. Anyway, so that's the reading. I hope it helps. Bye.